Good morning. I would like to now introduce the Chairman of the Board of Trustees for Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative, Dr. John Saxton.
Thank you, George. I will call this meeting to order. Welcome to the 85th Annual Meeting of Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperatives, Incorporated. Will those in the room please stand with me for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like each board member to now introduce themselves.
My name is Joe Conan, and I represent District 1 on the Board of Trustees.
My name is Bill Dowler, and I represent District 2 on the Board of Trustees.
My name is Tim Dirk. I represent District 3 of Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative.
My name is Jay Dangler, and I represent District 4 on the Board of Trustees.
My name is Steve McMichael, and I represent District 5 on the Board of Trustees.
My name is Dr. John Saxton. I represent District 6 on the Board of Trustees. I serve as the board chairman.
My name is Ken Neese. I represent District 7 on the Board of Trustees.
Hello, my name is Douglas Fortman. I represent District 8 for Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative.
My name is Dr. Ronald Black, and I represent District 9 on the Board of Trustees. I serve as the Secretary-Treasurer of the co-op.
Hello, I'm George Carter, President and CEO of Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative.
The official notice and agenda for today's virtual meeting was mailed to members as a cover wrap on the March Cooperative Living and Indiana Connection magazines. These magazines were mailed on February 25th and March 3rd, 2021. The minutes of the annual meeting held March 21st, 2020, were mailed to all members in the recent Cooperative Living and Indiana Connection magazines. As these minutes have been provided to all members prior to today's meeting, I will declare the minutes approved as printed. I will now call on Dr. Ronald Black, Secretary Treasurer, to give the Treasurer's report.
My name is Dr. Ronald Black, and I serve as Secretary Treasurer for your cooperative. Thank you for tuning in this morning on Facebook or YouTube. The cooperative performed well financially in 2020. The auditing firm of Bayshire, Reineck, Stoller, and Waterman recently completed the annual audit. They have issued an unqualified or clean audit opinion. This means the financial records accurately reflect the business of the cooperative. The cooperative had margins or profits of over $5 million in 2020. This level of margins are necessary as your cooperative invested over $6 million in the electric plant facilities and infrastructure to serve all members. Our recent plant infrastructure investments have greatly improved the system's reliability as outage statistics continue to improve. Sales of electricity totaled $40.8 million last year. The cooperative retired over $2.2 million in capital credits back to its membership this past December. If you recall, the capital credits were subtracted from your December electric bill. This was the largest amount returned to the membership in Paulding Putnam Cooperative's history. Again, the financial health of our cooperative is strong for the future. The 2020 annual report may be viewed online at our website, or a copy can be obtained at the office. Any member wishing to view the annual CPA audit report may view the report at the office as well. Mr. Chairman, this concludes the Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Dr. Black. Good morning to all our neighbors, dear friends, and fellow members watching on Facebook and YouTube. This is our 85th annual meeting. With last year's decision to hold a virtual meeting and with the ongoing issues, the board felt it was best to hold this meeting as a virtual event as well. In fact, the board believes transitioning to a summer Member Appreciation Day event is better use of cooperative resources and allows for greater interaction. Please stay tuned for additional details on this year's event. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a cancel culture. Everything is being canceled. This year's theme, Hope Isn't Canceled, is very important and very fitting. It says a lot about who we are as a cooperative family. This has been a very challenging year for your cooperative. However, with our outstanding staff and dedicated board members, we were able to achieve many of our strategic goals. Our people really embraced the philosophy of hope isn't canceled. Hope isn't canceled isn't just a theme for our cooperative, it's how we function. The cooperative employees had to work through the fear of the COVID pandemic to ensure members' lights stayed on. Our employees could not just stay home, and many couldn't work from home if they wanted to. The work of the cooperative had to be done at the office and in the field. Our employees had a lot to overcome, but they did it, and as a board, we are very proud of them and thank them for their efforts. Your board had to transition as well. At first, we had to learn how to conduct our meetings via conference call. Then we transitioned to live web-based meetings. That was not always easy for some of us older generation board members. As Dr. Black stated in the Treasurer's report, the cooperative had a very good year financially. Operations, although hampered by the pandemic, continued to perform at a high level, and outage time was reduced again in 2020. The Board of Trustees is committed to a financially strong and operationally efficient utility. Your cooperative did not have a rate increase in 2020, and we're not planning for an increase in 2021. I mentioned the Member Appreciation Day event earlier. Unfortunately, last year's event had to be canceled. However, plans are moving forward for this year's event, which will be held on July 24th. Obviously, plans are tentative due to the pandemic, but nonetheless, we are planning a very exciting, family-focused, fun-filled appreciation event. It is our plan to celebrate our 85th year at this event. I want to thank our great employees for working through a very difficult year, and to our members, our employees, and my fellow board members, it is an honor to serve as your board chairman, and I want to thank you for taking the time to view this online presentation. I will now turn the meeting over to our President and CEO, Mr. George Carter.
Thank you, John. Good morning to all of our viewers out there. I'm George Carter, President and CEO of Paulding Putnam Electric. 85 years. Wow, that's a lot of annual meetings. And I know what you're thinking when you see this gray beard, that I've been at all of them. Well, that is not the case. John mentioned our theme, Hope Isn't Canceled. And I think that is very fitting based on the challenges that we faced in 2020. Last year, I started my remarks by saying these are unprecedented times. Boy, I was right about that. You know, I started thinking about that, though, about the challenges and how this past year, our co-op, our families, and our nation have been challenged. And I first wanted to say my thoughts are with you and your families, and I wish you safety and good health. But as I think about our theme, Hope Isn't Canceled, and I think about the challenges, really, for the co-op history, that is nothing new. The co-ops are used to challenge. In fact, it's kind of what we do. I mean, after all, we were born during the Great Depression. We lasted through World War II, which a lot of people didn't think we would. We have survived countless ice storms, windstorms, and tornadoes because we survived through the challenges. That's what we do. And we do that because we have dedicated and resilient employees. I'd like to take a moment to thank all the employees of Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative. I wish they were here today to acknowledge. Obviously, we're not able to do that, but still, we want to say thank you for their hard work and their efforts during a very difficult and fearful year. So thank you to all the employees. Another challenge that we had to face during the year was the loss of several employees due to retirements. Mrs. Renee Boss, Mr. Dennis Clark, Mr. Ted Slusser, all three retired this past year. And also want to say thank you and goodbye to Doug Fortman, our board member from District 8, who is retiring after this meeting today. That is a lot of experience and knowledge that we have lost due to these retirements, and it is a big challenge for the co-op. Through all these challenges, we did perform very well. We had a very good year financially and operationally. Many of our strategic goals were completed. We retired our largest capital credit retirement, $2.2 million, returned to the members this past December, and we also totally rebuilt our Cecil substation. And speaking of substations, we had multiple substations down during the year for various maintenance projects, some simultaneously. And because of that, we were able to backfeed all of those substations and keep everyone in service, providing reliable power to your homes and businesses. And that is an example of the investments that we've made in our facilities over these past several years to make sure your reliability is the best it can be. We can't prevent all outages. We can't prevent transmission outages. We can't prevent a lot of equipment failures. We can't prevent vehicle accidents. But what we can do is mitigate the time you are off by good system management, and that's what we're attempting to do by rebuilding our system and making it the best it can be. And there's no better example of that than our average outage minutes that were reduced to 59 minutes per member in the past year. That is well below our 100-minute strategic goal. As Dr. Black mentioned, we invested over $6 million in our utility plant that serves all of our homes and businesses. That includes the Cecil substation that I mentioned, but it also includes over 20 miles of old lines that were rebuilt and replaced during the year. It also includes hundreds of old poles that were replaced due to age, rot, and deterioration. All of these have been to improve your reliability. You know, with more members working from home and children doing online school, reliable electricity is more important now than any time in our 85-year history. Dr. John mentioned no rate increase this past year, and we're not planning for a rate increase this year. That is due mainly because our power supply cost, our wholesale cost, has been flat over the last several years. The wholesale cost is the cost to generate the power at our generating plants and transmit it up to our local substations. Those costs have been flat for several years. However, the transmission portion of those costs have started to increase. We have seen slight increases over the last several years, but we are expecting those to increase even more in the years to come. They will have an impact on our future rates. You know, even though this year has brought on many challenges, and we are overwhelmed by some of the suffering that we have seen in our nation. You know, we have come together to overcome many of the challenges, and we have overcome these challenges by the dedication of our employees, the patience of our membership, and the support of our Board of Trustees. And I would like to thank all of the members and our Board of Trustees for allowing me to have this great job, and we look forward to serving you in 2021. Thank you. Now I'd like to give the 2021 trustee election results. Each year, 3 trustee districts are up for election. This year, those districts are District 3, Timothy Dirk, incumbent, District 7, Kenneth Neese, incumbent, and District 8 is an open seat as Doug Fortman chose not to seek re-election. In December, nominating petitions were received for the following: District 3, Timothy Dirk, District 7, Kenneth Neese and Gary Hermiller, District 8, Justin Kearns, Adam Snipke, and Ken Verhoff. As Mr. Dirk submitted the only petition for District 3, he is re-elected by affirmation. Between February 8th and March 5th, elections were held in the other 2 districts. In District 7, the winner is Kenneth Neese. In District 8, the winner is Adam Snipke. I would like to congratulate all 3 gentlemen. And I will now ask Dr. Ron Black to come back up and give the results of the Code of Regulations election.
Code of Regulations. The Board of Trustees regularly reviews policies and the Code of Regulations. This year, the board identified 9 changes to the Code of Regulations. After review by our legal team, the board approved these changes and submitted them for approval by the membership. Only an affirmative vote by the membership can change these codes. Membership voting was open from February the 8th to March the 5th, 2021. The election was conducted by an independent third party, Survey and Ballot Systems. I am pleased to announce all 9 changes to the Code of Regulations have been approved. This was the largest election turnout in the co-op's history. Over 2,100 ballots were cast, which represents 19.4% of the membership voting. All code revisions were approved by over 90% of the membership. The Code of Regulations is the governing document for the cooperative and is thus very important. Members can view the Code of Regulations on the cooperative website and can download a PDF copy. I would encourage all members to review the updated Code of Regulations. Thank you to all the members who participated in this very important governance process. That concludes the Secretary's report.
I would like to congratulate Mr. Dirk and Mr. Neese on their reelection to the Board of Trustees. Congratulations, guys. I would like to welcome Mr. Adam Snipke as the new trustee representing District 8. Welcome, Adam. With heavy heart, I would say goodbye to Mr. Doug Fortman. Doug has done an outstanding job as a trustee representing District 8 for 6 years. Thank you, Doug. As there is no new or old business, I will declare this 85th annual meeting of Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative adjourned. I would like to remind all members to look for additional announcements on our Member Appreciation event to be held July 24th of this year. Stay tuned for further announcements. Thank you for watching and have a great day.